What's up, what's up, what's up? It's ISCD Hinton. We about to laugh because I put up some memes. And these ain't just any memes. These aren't just any memes. The only picture is a map. It said Matt Damon, right? It's a map. But let me tell you something. This isn't just any map. This is the map of the United States. The reason why I put the map of the United States? Yup. We're doing memes of divisions. Now, it's not talking about divisions in sports usually isn't fun, but we're gonna laugh about this. These are NFL division map memes. Basically, we're gonna be making fun of all the divisions in the NFL. Now, shit, my bad. So first, we have the NFC East. This division runs through New York, Pennsylvania, Washington D.C., and Texas. Now, most of you guys know the NFC East to be the absolute most terrible division in the league. It's not as terrible as you think. Actually, fun fact, every team in this division actually has a Super Bowl ring. You can't say that for the North, South, or the West divisions. But real talk, the Eagles got the Super Bowl ring and Super Bowl 52. The Redskins have a couple, the Giants have four, and the Cowboys have five. So altogether, you're looking at about a dozen rings from this division alone. But only three of those are from the 21st century, and that's from the Giants and Eagles. And those were all of Tom Brady's Super Bowl losses. There's a reason Tom Brady did not want to come to the NFC East during free agency. Big reason. Because there's no NFC East team down here. Because, see, he didn't want the Giants nor the Eagles haunting his legacy any longer, especially the Eagles that finished off Brady. But NFC East, let's look at some of the notes made about this division. Most playoff teams here finish 9-7, maybe 10-6. If one team has 12 plus wins, the other three just said fuck it. Nah, in all honesty, were the Redskins and Giants really even trying to do anything last year? It was just Cowboys and Eagles all year long. Eli Manning retired and no one seems to care. No, but that's a fact. That's facts. Eli Manning won two Super Bowls, two of them against this teacher's pet away here. And it's just all about Tom Brady right now. I get it, but Eli Manning just retired. Like, does anyone care? Like, sheesh. People are gonna be forgetting, like, oh shit, is Eli Manning still a Giant? No, dumbass, he retired. I'm telling you, people are gonna forget about Eli Manning pretty quickly until people are gonna start watching Giants games again, and they're not gonna see that same arm. I'm telling you. This in the corner, this is just funny. Consistency is a dream. No division is more wishy-washy. It's a football wasteland. Then look at this. Everyone hates the Cowboys. They're like Satan in the NFL. Listen, if you're not an NFL fan, I'm letting you know right now. Everyone hates the Cowboys. Most people hate the Patriots. I hate the Patriots, but I hate the Cowboys too. But everyone hates the Cowboys unless you're a Cowboys fan. Not only are they the most hated team in this division, but they're the most hated team. Period. And by the way, Dallas is nowhere near the east of the country. Geographically, it doesn't even make sense, but the Cowboys joined the NFC East around the night around 2002 when the divisions were realigned. So we get it. Dallas isn't in the East. But most loved teams are Giants and Eagles tied up for the most love. Because let's be honest, even the Giants are hated by certain teams, and even the Eagles are hated by certain teams. But Giants fans and Eagles, there are no more loyal fans in the NFL than Eagles fans. Let me just say that now. Besides the Packers fan, because Green Bay, the whole city's committed to it. But no hearts beat harder than the Eagles fans' heart. Eagles fans will kill over their teammates. So do Giants fans. People think Giants fans aren't that savage because they're in New York, and they got the Yankees, and they got Yankees. They got the bum Jets, but no, the Giants fans don't give it up easy neither. Giants fans will let you know. Giants fans will let you know how great their team once was. But most loved team, Giants and the Eagles get all the love. I can't tell who gets more love in this division. I mean, the Giants get more love through the league just because they're not hated as much as the Eagles. But the Giants and the Eagles hate each other very, very much. But there's no one they hate more than the Cowboys. Like, in this, like, for going against the Cowboys and the Redskins, Giants and Eagles, that's the only time you see Giants and Eagles unite is when they're like, fuck the Cowboys. Other than that, they go right back to hating each other. Like, that's the NFC East for you. That's what some people call the NFC least. It's a wishy-washy division. You never know who's gonna win. You barely see a win streak out of here. And like this note says up here, not too many seasons will you see a team finish 12-4, 13-3 out here. It happened with the Dallas. It happened with the Dallas Cowboys. They went 13-3, and they made the playoffs and got eliminated by the Green Bay Packers. Their last playoff appearance, they beat the Seahawks and got eliminated by the Rams. Either way, the Cowboys have not made an NFC Championship game since Stephen A. Smith's hair. You know, let me just go to the next one. Okay, NFC North. This division runs through Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Illinois, and as you can see, no states in between. This is the Midwest. This is the coldest region in America. This is where you find the most Great. This is where you find the most Great Lakes. I mean, sheesh. Yo, real talk, this shit be freezing. Yo, no lie. Most loyal fans ever, cause who goes to a game in negative 10-degree weather? Now I'm not gonna lie. I'll tell you one fan base over here that's not loyal. Lions fans are not loyal. Let me tell you something. A Lions fan would rather fall asleep through a Lions game a lot of times. Unless Matthew Stafford has a big comeback, or unless they're facing the Bears or the Vikings, or unless they're waiting to slay Green Bay, outside the division, there's not a single game that interests Lions fans, in my opinion. And the Lions, of course, are the very, 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 very hated because of the way they treat players. Yeah, they had Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson and still couldn't get it right. Barry Sanders only won, I think only appeared in one playoff game, and Calvin Johnson maybe only won one playoff game before they retired. But NFC North has the oldest teams. These teams been here forever since like 1855. No, seriously. No, like in all seriousness, the NFC North, this division has a lot of history to it. This is the division that's very old in the tooth and very cold in the air. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of places in this division. There's a lot of places in these states you don't want to be. But you know how normal it is to miss the playoffs. Yo, yo, you go to any NFC North fan, they will tell you themselves. Bears and Lions fans, they pray for the playoffs. They have to pray. Even when the Bears were good, they pray. Vikings fans, sometimes there are some seasons where Vikings know they're gonna make the playoffs, and some seasons where they know they're not. If the Vikings are literally right there and they need one more game, they're just saying, you know what, we're not gonna make it. But only team that really makes the playoffs consistently out here are the Green Bay Packers, and they just make it to the NFC title game and literally give it up to anybody. They gave it up to the Falcons, who are the biggest chokers in NFL history. They lost the divisional game to the Cardinals. I mean, this is a team that still hasn't gotten over its phobia of the 49ers. I mean, I'm a Packers fan. Seriously, I'm a Green Bay Packers fan for real. Anyone who knows me can tell you I'm the biggest Packers fan they ever met in New York. But Green Bay in the playoffs really get me tight. But don't fuck with these locker rooms. Like, a lot of teams out there really be thinking all the tough guys are in Dallas or all the tough guys are in LA or Florida. Nope, they over here. They over here. You wanna know why? Cause it's bad enough. Cause y'all get all the sun in LA, Texas, and Florida. We don't get none of it by the time November, December is here. especially here and here. Bunch of rain, bunch of wind, bunch of snow here. It's just, but Chicago, but Illinois, it also is mixed in a little bit with the South. So just as much as it gets that north weather, it gets that mixy Midwest weather. It gets the storm. It gets the storms. It gets a lot of the storm weather that you see in Missouri and Kansas and Nebraska over here. Illinois still gets all of this weather combined with all of this. Michigan gets some of that, but not much because Michigan is bordered. The state Michigan itself is bordered by 1, 2, 3, 4 lakes. But yeah, and Green Bay, everybody knows Green Bay is just title town. They love football if they love nothing else in the world. I think you might see somebody living in Lambeau Field, but this is the NFC North. A very cold-blooded division, and I mean that literally. Like, these guys are brave. These fans out here are brave. If you go to if you go to an NFL game out here in December, I won't put it past you that you are immune to pneumonia. I would not put it past you at all. The NFC South. Now, this division runs through the Carolinas. And I say the Carolinas because even though the Carolina Panthers play in Charlotte, North Carolina, they practice in Spartanburg, South Carolina. You know, I follow training camp too. I'm not just a fan that looks at the draft and looks at the Super Bowl and looks at the games. No, I follow the draft. I follow free agency. I follow all that shit. I follow all of it. I follow the mini camps, the rookie mini camps. I follow prospect days, senior bowls. I do all the research. When it comes to NFL, I follow all the events all year round, baby. So I know what's up. I know what's up. Like a lot of people don't. You know how many Cowboys fans don't even. Only a real Cowboys fans know. Real Cowboys fan would know that they practice all the way in California. You know how many non-Cowboy fans don't even know this? Like, come on, like, I'm the man when it comes to the NFL stuff. If not any other sport, when it comes to NFL, I got y'all. But as far as the NFC South, Tom Brady is now playing here, Tampa Bay. But he is just north of that one city that just crushed him at the end of the season. Ooh, those Dolphin fans in Miami, ooh, they cannot wait to get their hands on this man. And I don't mean that in a homosexual way. Sorry if anyone feels I shouldn't have took it there, but look, nobody is scared of Tampa Bay except maybe Atlanta because last year the Falcons were the very, very worst team in this division. Last year Jameis Winston had thrown for 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions. I can't see Brady throwing 30 interceptions in a season, but everybody's saying when it comes to Tom Brady, anything can happen. So who knows? But but college football in these states shit on the NFL teams here, and it ain't even close. And it's so true. You got Clemson here. You got Clemson here. Florida State and Florida here. You got Georgia here. Alabama in between. Mississippi in between. The SEC is loaded over here. Like, and we ain't even talking about Tennessee or Missouri or Texas A&M. But the SEC, this is the heart of the SEC in college football. So don't be surprised if you see people talk more about college football games than NFL games here. Another thing is, every team here has its own source of bad luck. The Buccaneers, to me, I think they've been cursed by John Gruden. I think, if you think about it, John Gruden gave them the Raiders playbook, and since then, there's not another playbook that they could get that they could get to a Super Bowl. The Panthers have just not won a single Super Bowl. They've only appeared in 2 of them, and they just got rid of the last quarterback that got into the Super Bowl. The Falcons, they choke. They just choke. But the Saints, Oh my gosh, New Orleans is voodoo central. Nobody has worse luck than a damn Saints fan. Oh yeah, and y'all like to call this, the dirty South, the dirty South. That's what y'all like to call this part of America. But this is the NFC South bad luck division, and the NFC West. Definitely not. I mean, this is the best division to watch in a regular season. But this is the division of wannabe. They lose every Super Bowl they touch. Do you know this division is 2-7 in Super Bowls in the 21st century? This division in the NFC has this division has won more NFC championships than any other division. And the only two champions you see out of there in this, I'm not even gonna say since 1999 were the Rams in the 99 season and the Seahawks. If you start from 2002 when the divisions were officially realigned, you only see the Seahawks Super Bowl 48 championship. Not one other Super Bowl from this division. Sad. Very, 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 very sad. When is Larry Fitzgerald gonna finally retire? I mean, the Cardinals just got DeAndre Hopkins. He's gonna be good with Larry Fitzgerald, but Fitz, been here a long time, buddy. It's a long time to keep playing in the NFL without a Super Bowl. I know you want some hardware. I don't know, man. What do you? I know you got a lot of money. You donate a lot of your money to charities, but oh yeah, I forgot to go over it though. In the NFC South, most loved team. Oh shit. Sorry guys, that was a spoiler. NFC South, most loved team is the Saints. Most hated is the Falcons. And the Saints aren't really hated that much. The Panthers aren't too, but the Falcons get all the hate. They get all the hate. But again, the 49ers thought they had it all figured out. Yo, Jimmy Garoppolo really turned out to be Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, he is a second string legend. I've never seen a quarterback that's so good at being second place. Because at the starter position, when he's the number one guy, cramp. Most loved team here is the 49ers. Most hated is the Cardinals. And as a Packers fan, I especially hate the Cardinals. I don't want to talk about it. AFC East, this division runs through New York, Massachusetts, and Florida. When you forget the Bills are also a New York team. Oh boy. Look at this. The Bills the only team with no ring in this division. No one remembers the Jets in 1969. My dad wasn't even a fetus. No, seriously, my dad wasn't even born in 69. My dad wasn't even alive. If you hear too much noise, just know it's a celebration for Brady leaving the Patriots. Yes, it does call for celebration because the Patriots have oppressed the NFL for far too damn long. But the AFC East, just to let you know, getting from between New York and Boston alone, the traffic is crazy and the snow is worse. But you know who hasn't have to worry about that? Miami. Patriots no longer have absolute rule over this division, or do they? The most loved team here are the Bills or the Dolphins, depending on who won last week. And the most hated team are the Patriots. And trust me, that probably won't change until Tom Brady's dead. I don't wish the dead on anyone, but listen, Tom Brady made the NFL worse. All right. Honestly, the NFL hasn't been fun to watch since that man entered the league. And when it was fun up until some bullshit happened and this guy winded up winning all the damn fucking time. And trust me, the Patriots are going to be the most hated team in this division, either until Brady dies or until the Patriots just no longer exist overall. Thanos, snap your fingers and just wipe this team away from the league, because I hate them. AFC North. Literally the only division that can't win a playoff game, and that goes tenfold for the bum Bengals. This division runs through Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Maryland. Look how small that is. Look how small the AFC North is. It's literally just a corner. Literally just a corner. Bordering New York, Virginia, and bordering New York, Virginia, Kentucky, Indiana, and Michigan. And West Virginia. And New Jersey. This is a small division. It's also an injury-prone division. I'm telling you, you will not find more injuries in any division than the AFC North, especially that Steelers team. Someone is always hurt on the Steelers, but someone has to say it. Big Ben Roethlisberger needs to go. If not retired, Philip Rivers. Philip Rivers' ass. Ben Roethlisberger does no longer need to be a Steeler. Why is Ben Roethlisberger still playing? He's had injury after injury, upset after upset. There's not a lot of territory here, but a huge variety of weather. I tell you, in the AFC North, if it ain't the rain, it's the snow. The weather is always wacky over here. Only place you get good weather over here is in Baltimore, and that's when it's sunny. But even then, you got all that damn water over there. I mean, Ohio, Ohio is just, that's the Midwest. That's brick central over there in the wintertime. But the weather hits this place hard. Verbally tough as they come. Players don't listen to coaches and no one listens to the refs. No, when I tell you the AFC North, when I tell you these guys do not give a shit. The AFC North is just that division. It's so full of anger. Like, these guys are so mad all the damn time. And it's either because the Browns just aren't a winning team, the Bengals will never win a playoff game, and because the Ravens just can't get over the hump in the postseason, no matter how good they are in the regular season. No one believes in the Ravens until it's too late, and the Steelers just keep getting banged up. The most loved team here is the Ravens. Most hated, basically everyone else. The Ravens aren't really too much hate in the NFL. The Steelers are hated by the Patriots, certain Packers fans, certain Eagles fans don't like the Steelers. Bengals fans and Browns fans hate the Steelers. Ravens fans hate the Steelers. The Browns are hated by, well, people don't even really hate the Browns. There's not much to hate. People just make fun of the Browns. But the Bengals hate the Browns, partially because the Bengals were basically a do-over of the Browns. The Browns actually had, there were basically three versions of the Cleveland Browns: the Browns, the Bengals, and the Ravens. That explains it. Other than the Steelers, the Browns moved to Baltimore and became the Ravens, and made a new Browns team in Baltimore named the Ravens. And Paul Brown went to Cincinnati to make the Bengals. So technically, the Ravens, Browns, and Bengals are just three new remade Browns teams. Ain't this some bullshit? No wonder niggas is so angry over here. And look, the Ravens are the only team that don't look like dog shit right now. It's a fact. The AFC North is so trashed right now. LeBron is a Cowboys fan, but even he feels bad for the stinking Browns. Let's go to the AFC South. This is the division of absolute wimps. The weakest division. Anyone here wins a Super Bowl and it's a Wall Street crisis. I swear to God. Look, the Titans beat Brady and Lamar Jackson in the playoffs. So who's getting the raise? Not Marcus Mariota. He's out of there. Look at this. From 2003 to 2018, the Patriots used to shit here. No. The Colts always lose to the Patriots. The Titans and the Texans never beat the Patriots in the postseason, and neither did the Jaguars. The Colts only beat the Patriots in the postseason one time with Peyton Manning. One time. One. Okay, but they got past them. They got past them to get to the Saints, but still. The Texans want to be the Raiders so bad they got rid of their best wide receiver. Yo, I feel like ever since the Texans beat Derek Carr and the Raiders, I feel like they're just trying to be like the Raiders. They're trying to be this big badass team that doesn't need anybody. Remember when the Raiders gave up Amari? Remember when the Raiders gave up Khalil Mack and their best defender Khalil Mack and their best wide receiver Amari Cooper. Didn't the Texans, after giving up Jadeveon Clowney, one of their best defenders, now give up DeAndre Hopkins? I'm telling you, the Texans want to be the Raiders. The Texans want to be the Raiders because the Texans were once the well, no, the Oilers used to be Houston, who are now the Tennessee Titans, and that explains this. And that's where I get to this. This is literally where the NFL dumped half of its expansion teams. No, seriously. Titans, Jaguars, and Texans, all expansion teams, three of the youngest teams in the league. And the Colts are the oldest team in this division. This very young division. Look, Colts are an AFC South team, but yet they border Illinois, Michigan, and Ohio, the entire North. Whoever put this vision together is a damn genius. But the Colts used to play in Baltimore before the Ravens got there, or the Browns, if you want to be technical. Oh boy, the AFC South. They're so young. Like all these places are such fun places to be for football. But I'm telling you, if you want to see good football, this isn't the division to watch. This isn't the division to watch. The most loved team here, maybe the Texans, unless you kiss Peyton Manning's poster every Saturday night. That's just the stuff the Colts fans. Most hated? Good question. The entire league is still itching to figure it out. No one really hates any team here. Like, Texans and Titans don't really get hated. The Jaguars don't get hated. And the Colts, well, they're hated. They're not even really hated by the Patriots because the Colts have been below the Patriots for so long. Patriots fans love it when they play the Colts because it's like we know we're gonna beat them. But no one really hates this division. It's not much to hate. Half of these teams just got here like not even 20 years ago. And then the AFC West. This division is also kind of old in the tooth. The Chiefs and the Broncos and the Raiders have been around for the longest, but the Chargers are one of the younger teams. Raiders fans before, angry. Raiders fans now, homicidal. I'm telling you, Las Vegas is a bloodbath. The Raiders think they're going to be so excited being over there, they have no idea what's coming to them. But this team, these are some colorful uniforms. I'm not going to lie. When the NFL Color Rush uniforms came out, you couldn't tell me this wasn't the division that had the best uniforms. Like, hands down. The Chargers, vibrant yellow and powder blue. You got the Broncos, blue and orange. You got the Chiefs, red and yellow, looking like Hulk Hogan. And the Raiders, traditional black and silver. You know, so many teams don't make black and white look good. Like the Brooklyn Nets don't make black and white look good. The Spurs don't make black and white look good, especially since at one point, especially now since Greg Popovich's hair is literally matching the jerseys. But the but the Oakland Raiders make black and silver look excellent and look so badass. The Buccaneers and the Texans, in my opinion, really want to be like the Oakland Raiders. I mean the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm already getting the cities wrong. Look, the Chiefs seem to have the only smart front office. Yo, when I tell you, the Raiders, Chargers, and Broncos, they have not made smart decisions in these last couple years. Oh, don't trust the kickers. Too many kicks get missed in this division. Too many punts get returned in this damn division. There's no quality kicking here other than the Chiefs. Really, there's no quality kicking. Marquette King, I think, used to punt for the Raiders. I don't know if he's still there. He probably isn't still there. But there's hardly any quality kicking in this division. The Broncos have not been the same without Peyton Manning. They really haven't, though. They really haven't, though. I don't even think did they make the playoffs since then? Oh, I don't think they did. It's kind of sad. Chargers fan base is so rare. It's so small. There might be more Chargers fans in Mexico or Arizona than anywhere in California. That's a fact. That is a fact. No, there really might be more Chargers fans here, or here. And I know there's more here than there. Who knows? You might see more Chargers fans in Florida. Oh, damn it. But these are the NFL division map memes. Most loved team here is the Chiefs. Most hated is the Raiders. A lot of teams hate the Raiders. Really, Me being a Packers fan, I hate the Broncos because the Broncos were the only team to ever beat the Packers in the Super Bowl. And I would say John Elway, but John Elway was just a leader. No, because we was figuring out the pass, but we just couldn't beat that damn terrible Davis. But yeah, these are the NFL division map memes. Gonna do NBA map memes tomorrow. This is ISCD Hinton. It's been a fun half hour inside and out. And stay safe out there. Stay home as much as possible. Only leave your house for emergency reasons. In case to prevent the spread of illnesses such as coronavirus or any other illnesses out there, because it's not all about corona. There's other diseases and other illnesses that you can get from moving outside, moving around. You can have illness just being home, not taking care of yourself. So just take care of yourself and just stay safe and stay out of harm's way, because we need sports back, and we're not going to get it back if we're not all safe. But ISCD Hinton.